right, let's go out to Dallas, Texas, and talk to Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
Hi, Dr. John. This is Jamie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So thank you for taking my call, by the way.
Of course. Thanks for calling. What's up?
My question is, how do I balance working on getting out of debt, an active member of AA, going to counseling, and being a good wife and mother? And here's my backstory. So I met my husband during the beginning of COVID. We got married 8 months after meeting, which was January 10th of 2021. And both of us have children, or I have a child from another relationship. His kids are now 23, 18, and 16 years old, while I have a 20-year-old. All the kids live outside our home. We both brought debt into our relationship, and we're currently working on baby step number 2. And we've been making progress on that, by the way. We are both working about 55 to 65 hours a week. I struggled with drinking alcohol, which led to some chronic health issues. I've been sober since November 27th, 2021.
All right. Way to go.
Yeah. So like in 2 days,
You're about to get your 2-year chip here in a month or two.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
So,
man. That's awesome.
Thank you. It's been. And when I say I'm an active member, like I have a sponsor. I actually have a sponsee. I chair meetings. I mainly go to women's meetings, but sometimes I do co-ed. So like I'm there, like I'm working the program. It's not just, oh yeah, I go in once a time, I'm present. Mm-hmm. So I show up. And so it's been really hard work. And I go to counseling. And I know that these changes have strengthened my husband and I's relationship. Even though I know being debt-free and staying sober is worth it, and it is worth it. There are days I just want to do nothing and start over or just run. I'm just tired.
Yes. That feeling is right. That feeling is right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the gist of it.
So hear me say this. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. If you weren't having those days, I would think you probably should see somebody right now.
Right.
Because the person who is Jamie is not working right. How do you define be a good wife and good mom? Because the things that you just rattled off there, that you're trying to create peace in your home by paying off all your debts. And for those of you who don't know, Baby Step 2 is a part of a program called Financial Peace University. And Baby Step 2 is a death sprint to sell everything, to work like crazy, no restaurants, nothing, to pay off everything you owe so that you don't owe anybody except for your mortgage. How long do you have to go on that, Jamie?
So we are tackling our last credit card. When I looked at every dollar, I want to say we started off with a little over $100K. And yeah, it was a little bit of everything.
That's all right. But where are you now? Where are you now?
We're about a little over 80,000
left, or that's what you've paid off?
That is how much we have left.
Okay. So you're 20% in, right? That's right.
Right. Correct.
Very cool. How long have you been working on it?
Well, at first it was kind of off and on, but then we both sold 2 expensive cars. I miss the Camaro. But
nobody misses a Camaro. That's the most Dallas thing I've ever heard. Come on.
The
guy who plays second string tight end in his high school football team, that's who drives Camaros.
Right. But we sold a 2021 Camaro and a 2021 Trailblazer, which took off a lot of that. Mm-hmm. And then we also had a lot of I had some significant health issues.
Hold on. You're circling the question. How do you define being a good mom and a good wife?
Oh, how do I define? I guess being present.
Okay.
But sometimes
you're in a fight for your life.
Yeah.
And before you can be present, your body would be failing you if it let you sit in peace in your living room with your loved ones, knowing you owed $100,000 in credit card debt, in car debt, depreciating assets. It would be failing you
Right.
if it wasn't slowly sounding the alarms. You're not okay. You're not okay. You're not okay.
Right.
Because you've been a few drinks in and all of a sudden something's happening. Your body has a GPS pin in that moment, and it knows you can get fired at any moment for anything.
Right.
And if you owe that kind of money, then they take everything, right? So your body's doing exactly what it should be. And you're going to counseling and working on how you re-experience the world. And you're going to AA and learning from the foundation up how to re-experience being alive.
Right.
That's incredible. There's not going to be any balance in this season, and there shouldn't be. Because you're running for your life. You're healing.
Yeah.
You're growing. It's like looking down, like after you got a bad cut and it's got a scab on it. And you're like, when does the smooth skin arrive? And it's like later, right? It's still healing. And the scab doesn't mean it's broken. And man, scabs are the worst when you bump them and they start bleeding again. Right? Or you scratch them through your shirt because you just forget about it and it bleeds into your shirt. Like the worst. And also, it's a sign that your body's healing. You're on the path. Here's what I think's happening. Often when we make Control-Alt-Delete life changes, I'm going to start losing weight. I'm going to start a workout plan. I'm going to be a better husband. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to go to AA. I'm going to start going to counseling. It feels so freaking good for a week or two.
Right.
It's like you can take on the world. And then the reality sets in. This is every day for the rest of your life. And it's boring. And it's annoying. And it's so frustrating. And then slowly but surely, from underneath those relationships and new programs, the shame demons come out and they're like, if you hadn't done this long ago, this wouldn't have happened. And if you hadn't bought that, you hadn't done this, right? They're hollering at you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a matter of, we're going to get through this. We're going to pay off everything we owe. So that we can, our bodies can go, whew, in our own living rooms. Drop our shoulders. And then you're going to find balance restored in a pretty powerful way. But it's not going to be balance like you think. It's not going to be pain-free balance. It's going to be peace so that you can handle the nonsense as it comes. Has counseling started getting hard?
Yeah, it is.
Good.
Because it's, yeah. And I'm actually, so like we're like just, and one of the things I'm working with my counselor is getting more tools in my toolbox as far as how to work through anxiety or depression or just communication with my husband and my kids and my relationship, even with my stepchildren and my biological child, has changed dramatically, in good ways. And so I've just been trying to learn how to do things different because
the way you were doing them in the past was going to kill you.
Right.
And just know, like, you've started playing football without a helmet on, right? Like, you've been running through life with a helmet on, and the helmet was alcohol, and now you don't have that anymore. Of course it's going to hurt the first few times.
Yeah.
Right? The first time your stepkid says something, or your husband's late getting home, or fill in the blank, it's going to hurt more because your pseudo armor's gone.
Right.
And man, I'm so proud of you for already noticing. I just got to learn some new tools. I got to learn some new tools as I head into this thing. That's fantastic. Hang on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of Building a Non-Anxious Life, my new book on anxiety. And I'm also going to send you Own Your Past, Change Your Future, just about navigating some of those stories. And that's going to give you some language you can talk to your counselor with. I think the idea of balance is a complete and utter myth. It's nonsense. It's not real. It's something sold to us by the Pinterest, Instagram, Snap, fancy magazine at your like health food store community. And I just lumped a bunch of people that really have nothing to do with it, but all in the same bucket. Here's the deal. There's no such thing. You can't be a millionaire and show up to build a $1 million business and show up to every Little League game and be the perfect wife and make sure you cook all the meals and be the perfect husband and make sure that you never get frustrated and the lawn is always perfect. That's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And so for me, I'm on the road. I go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard. And then this weekend, I spent 6 hours mowing my yard with a riding mower because it's 6 acres and it's a lot. And I'm just mowing and mowing and mowing. And I did a good job on it. But there's no balance. I couldn't do that and do this and do this and do this. I can't. So when you're getting out of debt, you're hauling. You're running for your life. No restaurants. No spending money on dates. We're going to go on free dates. And my God, how many laps are on the creek before the lake before you're like, ugh, you're so cheap. Like, it's the worst, but it is. And you're going to work 55 hours a week, and then you might deliver pizzas in the evening or drive Lyft in the morning before work. You're going to just grind it until that $80,000 is zero. And it's going to start piling up and piling up and piling up. You've already knocked off 20-something thousand bucks, and you're on your way. And then there's going to be peace just in time for the next big whatever crazy thing is going to happen. But trying to beat yourself up because, like, I'm not a good mom because I'm not in balance. No, dude, you're a freaking amazing mom. Because you said, this hurt stops with me. You're an incredible wife because you looked at your husband and said, you deserve all of me, and I got to go find all of me first. And so you're going to AA, you're going to counseling. I'm so proud of you. It doesn't get any better than that. And you're learning some new skills. You're going to have to practice. There's going to be some up days and some down days, and that's okay. You're doing a great, great job. Stay on the path. Even when you don't feel like it, even when it's frustrating, even when those old shame demons come screaming at you. Stay on the path. Keep taking the next step and the next step and the next step. They say it in AA all the time. It's 1 day at a time. It's 1 hour at a time. It's 1 minute at a time. That goes for any great things that we pull off in our lives, from changing our marriages, from changing our finances, from changing our physical health, all of it. I'm proud of you, Jamie.